Right now, SEI is at a decision point and the market is full of uncertainty, but sitting on the sidelines might be just as risky as buying, and in this video I'll explain why. I'll also take a look at the chart and let you guys know what I'm expecting out of the short to medium term for this project, and last but not least, I will be talking about the overall macroeconomy and what is causing this uncertainty. But before I get into all of that, guys, this is Royalty Crypto, and if you like this type of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. But without further ado, let's take a look at SEI. As you can see, SEI is currently being traded at just over 10 cents with a market cap of under 700 million. And we are currently sitting at yearly low prices. Now, in my opinion, this is to be expected because whenever we see this much weakness in the overall crypto market, you can expect smaller cap coins like SEI to be hit incredibly hard. And the reason we've seen so much weakness in the market is from all the uncertainty that has been taking place. It all started back on October 10th when we had that mass liquidation event. That, of course, caused a lot of fear and doubt for overall crypto traders, and a lot of people have yet to return to this market because of that. Now, we also are having constant macro events happening right now that are causing a lot of uncertainty. Just last night, Trump has threatened another country with a 100% tariff, and this time it is Canada. Now, his reasoning for this is because apparently Canada has been talking to China about creating some type of drop-off port so that they can send and receive products into the United States. Now, I do not know exactly what is going on with this situation, but I do know that he is yet again threatening a 100% tariff. Now, a lot of times this is just a threat, and I wouldn't be surprised if within the next couple of days he ends up taking back this threat and things go back to normal. But of course, this does cause a lot of uncertainty, so we'll just have to see what does end up playing out with this. But if this situation does continue to escalate, you can expect more bearish volatility for our favorite altcoins. Now, another thing that is taking place, which is very unfortunate to see, is the fact that the odds of another government shutdown starting on January 31st has went parabolic. As you can see, just yesterday around this time, we were down to under 10% chance of this government shutdown happening, and this is because the House ended up passing the funding bill. However, unfortunately, the Senate did not end up passing this bill, and now we are back to square one, and we have a 77% chance of going back into another government shutdown. This, of course, creates a lot of uncertainty for the overall market because nobody wants to go into another shutdown. This means that government employees will not be getting paid, and a lot of other factors will be coming into place that, of course, the market does not want to see. So I really do hope that within the next couple of days they can come to an agreement, because this is the last thing that we need for overall markets. But guys, at the end of the day, this is all just short-term volatility, and if you zoom out on the chart, this does not matter in the long run. So going back to the SEI chart, I do believe that this weakness is just a short-term concern, and if you are patient and accumulating at these extreme discounts, you will be rewarded once the greed and euphoria returns to the overall altcoin market. And in my opinion, this weakness in SEI is not because this project is not a good project, because in my opinion, SEI is one of the best layer 1 projects. As you can see here, SEI is a specialized layer 1 blockchain engineered specifically for high frequency trading and financial applications, and they are viewed as one of the fastest networks in the industry, achieving transaction finality in approximately 400 milliseconds. Not only that, SEI also has a giga upgrade that is taking place as we speak that is targeting a throughput of over 200 transactions per second, which is incredible. So SEI is undoubtedly going to be one of the most used blockchains once euphoria returns to trading in the market, and in my opinion, it is also making crypto gaming possible. As you can see here, SEI now controls a significant portion, approximately 1/3 of the Web3 gaming market. This is very positive in my opinion, because although Web3 gaming has not had as much hype around it as it did back in, say, 2021, I do believe that it will undoubtedly be the future of gaming. And with SEI's blockchain, it makes these transactions in Web3 gaming so seamless that a lot of people playing these games probably don't even realize that their assets are on the blockchain. So guys, it is very difficult for me to say that SEI will not be one of the most used blockchains in the future for this very reason. So guys, in my opinion, once there is some euphoria return to the market, market and these altcoins start to go parabolic again, I could easily see SEI getting somewhere between a $10 billion market cap to as high as a $25 billion market cap. So if you are accumulating at today's price of just over 10 cents, you could end up 20 to 45xing your money within a relatively short period of time. But of course, guys, as I mentioned in all of my videos, that is not financial advice. That is just my opinion. And please make your own decisions independently of these videos. But also, guys, when you go on over to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, you can see that we are currently sitting at a 34. And when this updates later today, I wouldn't be surprised if we are back into the 20s. Historically, whenever the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is below 40, it has been a fantastic time to accumulate strong altcoins that you believe in, as long as you are willing to hold through the uncertainty. And I don't think that this time will be any different. And I have personally been accumulating projects like SEI, ICP, and Solana for the past couple of months, and I plan on continuing to do so as long as there is fear in the markets. The best investors buy when there's blood in the streets, and right now the streets are gushing with blood. So in my opinion, guys, it is best to accumulate people's fear as long as you are willing to take profits when people get greedy. Alright guys, and then the last thing that I wanted to talk about today is the fact that we do have an FOMC meeting coming up Wednesday of next week. Now, these FOMC meetings always cause volatility. However, this FOMC meeting is different than the ones we've had for the past couple of months because of the fact that there is a 97% chance that the rates will remain paused. So in my opinion, when they do announce that they are leaving the rates unchanged on Wednesday, don't freak out and think that that is a bearish thing, because that is actually what the market's expecting. So I don't think that that will necessarily cause much volatility. However, what will cause volatility is what Jerome Powell ends up saying in his press conference. Now, we want Jerome Powell to have a dovish tone, which means that he is expecting to cut rates in the near future. And if he does say anything hawkish, like for example, he wants rates to remain paused for the rest of his term, then that is when we could see more weakness in the market. So yeah, just expect volatility throughout this entire week with all the things that I just mentioned. And I do expect that this week could be somewhat difficult to get through. And now guys, the last thing I wanted to mention, and this does go back to not only SEI, but the entire crypto market, I do believe that it is just as risky to sit on the sidelines right now that it is to be accumulating these discounts. Now, a lot of people in my comment section and on social media in general think that they know for sure that the crypto market will remain bearish for the next 1 to 2 years. But in reality, guys, and I understand that there has been a lot of FUD circulating the market, but we could very well be at the bottom as we speak. A lot of this uncertainty is very short term, and if we do end up working this stuff out, things could get better very quickly. So guys, don't be complacent and think that you can just perfectly time the bottom, because the bottom could be in right now for all that we know. But alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Do your absolute best for the next couple of days to ignore the FUD, because I do expect that there will be a lot of it, but I know for a fact that we will get through this soon and the market will recover as it always does. But alright guys, I'll be talking to you tomorrow. Peace.